Greetings. Today is September 20th, 2023. The time now is 9:45 in the a.m. on Wednesday here in Johannesburg, South Africa. Coffee is still a little too black. So last night they had a party here. I mean, there was quite a few people in this little space. And the place is pretty trash right now. There's bottles and trash everywhere. Me personally, this woman, she really didn't, make it clear about what was to expect at her property. Once again, people don't have respect for others. They just simply don't. And the only thing that, when you see it, you have to just accept it. Like Dr. Maya Angelou told us, when they show you who they are, why don't we accept it? It's true. That applies to black people as well. When they show you who they are, why don't we accept it? So... I have some videos that are very important to post up. Extremely important. And those that watch it, they're not going to like it because it's going to make them feel uncomfortable. For sure. They're going to feel offended. As usual, it's about somebody's feelings over the pain and suffering you causing yourself, others, and our race, and the way the world perceives black people. So that's the way people, that have this mentality, they think, how they feel, or, they're angry, or they're frustrated, or they're disappointed, that's supposed to supersede what the problems the behavior is causing. And it doesn't. It really doesn't. But black people, we don't want to hear it because, we've learned firsthand from white people, to remove ourselves from any type of accountability that we need to accept And we've learned that. We've learned, like I said, I've said it in many other videos, we've learned all of the bad things that are not helping us, and they don't serve our overall purpose and needs. Like, if we were to pick up some of the things that could really help us. So, and another thing with us, we don't want anybody to tell us anything. I listened to this sister last night, and I felt her pain. She started crying, and I knew she suffered, her and her children. I know exactly what she went through. Evil, wickedness, in the lowest of low levels. From family members. And everything she said, she was nail on. She was nail on. And I'm like, yep, that's black people. That's us. And what we choose to do is remain in the cycle of abuse, as opposed to going and doing the work on ourselves individually to try to be a better version of ourselves, to better society. Because if we don't believe that just it starts with the man in the mirror, as Michael Jackson said, absolutely, we're never going to change. It has to be an individual thing, and then that's a domino effect, and then you find 100 people doing the work and working on themselves to better themselves and to be a better version of themselves. Then you find 1,000, then you find 10,000, then you find 100,000. You get it. Eventually you're at 1,000,000, and then things start changing. And the only way we can change is not by somebody telling you it to make you feel good. Nah, that doesn't work with black people. It just simply doesn't. Niceness with us is a sign of weakness. You be nice. Oh, so and so and such and such and so. What we do is we look at that as a opportunity to take advantage of the individual who's trying to be nice. But when you get up in their Kool-Aid, okay, you get up in them like a wedgie, and you leave a lasting impression, and you come off a little edgy, a little aggressive, a little mean-spirited, a little firm, but tactful. That's a better approach for us, because remember, we have been through it all. We really have. And most of us, or a lot of us, don't even know what nice is, because we've never seen it. All we know is aggressiveness, mean-spiritedness, hateful, backstabbing, disrespectful, rude, ungrateful, unloving, unkind, unselfish people. That's what we know, most of us. So, approaching these tough conversations that the ancestors have given me to share, you're not going to like everything that I say in the way that I say it. And if you don't like it and it disturbs your spirit, you shouldn't listen to it. You really shouldn't. But for those of you who are looking for someone that was chosen to speak, that is going to speak the truth regardless of the circumstances, and say exactly the way that you were built to say it, the way the ancestors have you to say it, then stay tuned and listen from beginning to end. Because I promise you, I'm not going to lie to you, and I'm not going to tell you nothing wrong. I'm going to give you the bare bone facts. And no, Goddess Terrain is not perfect. I don't strive to be perfect. I don't want to be perfect. I love me just the way I am, with all my imperfections. I'm perfectly unperfect. How about that? And I admonish all of you listening at the sound of my voice to look at yourselves in that light, especially if you are on the self-work, self-improvement path where you're trying to work on you've gone and done some of the work, or either you've gone and done all of the work on yourself, or some of the work on yourself, or you're just starting to work on yourself. It's okay to be not perfect and have made mistakes. All have sinned in this lifetime. Okay? So there are no perfect ones. There really isn't. It's just us. So with that said, I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. Whoever likes it or not, I don't care. I'm not looking for no pats on the back. I know maybe for some I'm not considered to be, their greatest social media personality. That's fine. I'm okay with all of that. Remember, I'm the one that turned Hollywood down. Yeah, I turned it down. I could have been on the cover of any magazine. I'll put that video back up. I actually have that video, and I'm going to post it up again so you can see for yourself. I could have been on the cover of any modeling magazine. Okay? And I chose to go the route of, at that time, it was called religion. I'm not ashamed to say, where my roots come from, because I've evolved from there. But I chose the path of serving the higher powers. And I turned away from Hollywood, or the potential of being in Hollywood, with modeling, comedy, singing, or whatever, dancing. So I could have had all of that money, those contracts and all of that. Yep. Still could, if I pushed up on it. I don't want that. Not from the source that wants to give it to me. So I'm not one of the, like famous this, that, or the other. They're, backing me or pushing and stuff. And that's okay. I'm growing. I'm regrowing. They shut my channel down, and now I've started another one. You all have heard the story many times. I keep repeating these stories so that you all don't forget what's going on out here. Because the problem that we have in our community is secrecy. All of these damn secrets is the reason why we're in these situations. Because we like to keep secrets. So me, I'm an open book. Ask me no questions, I tell you no lies. Ask me any question, I tell you the truth. Or at least what, from my experience, what I experienced. Okay, because there's always two sides to the story. That's fine. You don't believe when you hear us speak our truths, then go and investigate it and get the other side of the story. Yeah. But she really nailed it on that video. She really nailed it about how wicked and evil this world has turned black families against the family members. It's disgusting. I mean, it's just embarrassing. It really is embarrassing, and it's going on as we speak. I'm sure when you all hear this video, you're going to say, yep, I got a few of them running around in my family. Absolutely. Some have the misfortune of having an entire toxic family on both sides. Okay? Now, how about that? Imagine that. This is how bad it is. Mm-hmm. And they are abusive and dangerous as hell. They hate you for everything under the sun. Okay? The fact that you was born is a hate. See, this is the experience of some of our people in the black community worldwide. It's not just in America, it's in Africa as well. Okay, as quiet as it's kept, it's not the Africa that it once was, where family was strong, villages were strong, even if you wasn't related, blood related, because you came from a certain village or even a tribe. Although we know that tribalism really didn't help African people. It should have never, you know, resulted to that. But once upon a time in Mama Africa, like family was, you know, they were strong, thick as thieves. Yeah, it was strong like that. You know, they valued the family, the father, the mother, the children, you know, especially the elders. Oh my God. The elders? The elders were looked upon as giants. Our culture has always been built on respect for the elders. Somehow or another, we've lost our way. We don't respect anything anymore. We just don't. I mean, you know, like it's a little left, just a smidget. But we've fallen far, far, far from grace. Okay? And it's here in Mama Africa. Yep. We've fallen off. We've fallen off. And the problem is we've fallen off, but we don't want anybody to bring it up and talk about it. We just want to stay dysfunctional and in a degenerate state. And, you know, people that know that this is straight up insanity and degeneracy should just keep quiet about it and pretend like it's not happening. You know, these are people that if you're around people like that and you are commissioned, chosen, ordained, whatever you want to call it, whatever you believe that it is called for your particular situation to speak, those people you need to separate from because they don't support you. They resent you because they feel like you're a blabbermouth, you talk too much. See? Because people want to remain in the spaces and places that they are. They don't want to do the work to fix their life, to fix themselves, to fix their family, to fix their community, to fix our race. They don't. It's a lot of them out here. And the only thing that you all can do, beloved, especially this sister who, you know, did that video last night, is separate from them, have nothing to do with them, and keep going and be obedient to what it is the ancestors have you to do. Just keep going. Cut them loose. Like literally, you know, like go under the radar with them. See, that's how you have to, we're going to have to get, it's going to start turning up where we're going to have to get real grimy like that. Because talking and just expecting people to just be respectful and, you know, respect you as an individual, and they, you know, let their no right from wrong senses kick in when they're supposed to. They don't. See, our people, we've just you know, it from the oppression of living under these conditions worldwide. This is who we've morphed into, many of us. We don't give a damn about anything. A lot of us don't. So what you have to do, precious, is you have to leave them alone. Cut them loose. When you see them in your comment section, leaving those derogatory comments and put downs and shade and flamethrowers, and you've done nothing but spoke the truth, you need to delete them, block them. Okay? Block them. Or if you're like me, leave them up there for the world to see how disgusting and nasty they are. See, that's another good strategy. Just leave them up there. Okay? These people are paying attention. They're coming to you and they're watching what you're saying and they're seeing the comment section. They're seeing it. They're not, our people are very, one thing about us, we're very brilliant, very smart people. Very, very intelligent, very creative. You know, in ingenuity is, we're oozing with ingenuity and innovation. Always have been. Remember, we're the mothers and fathers of civilization. Yeah. You right now you wouldn't like, you're like, we're a far cry from ancient Kemet, you know, who we were then, pharaohs and gods and goddesses and, you know, on thrones with gold oozing all over. Our house was made of gold. Everything we wore had gold. We're far cry from that, but we are of that lineage. And this is what we're trying to work on. Ancestors are using us. Some of us have been chosen to try to, you know, get the snap back. See? Back to where we once was. And, you know, it starts in the mind. Like Bob Marley said, free yourself from mental slavery. None but yourself can free your mind. See? So, and yep, a lot of them don't agree with us. They don't want to hear us. They don't want to do the work. They just want to be lazy and lay around and do nothing. And watch the whole world crumble right before their eyes, and they act like it's not happening. And as far as these haters go, there are millions and millions of them. There really are. So you have choices. You can leave those comments up on your channel, okay, for the world to see, you know, how disgusting they are and the mindset of these individuals. Okay, that's a good way to do it. Or you can just block them. But when the ancestors picked you to be in the public, you know, spotlight, there's no way, you know, you're going to get all good things people to say to you or whatever. They're going to say some mean, evil, nasty things because they don't want people to bring up the truth. They don't. Truth is like pouring acid on them. See? You understand? Like did you ever see The Wizard of Oz? Okay, that movie that came out, in 1930? Yeah. With, what's the child's name? Julie Garland? Yeah, you remember the witch? The Wicked Witch of the West or whatever, the East, something. The one with the big nose? You saw how she just like they dissolved her at the end. You know, like she went down and dissolved in a puff of smoke. Okay? That's how they want the chosen ones. They want to try to, you know, throw shade so that you just, you know, be so broken down and broke up where you just fade out and shit. You know? And meanwhile, you've been called to speak, and they have no respect for that at all. But these are the same Negroes who sat up in these churches from sunup to sunset 30 years ago, 40 years ago. They wouldn't miss a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Sunday. And they believed in, at that time, the man of God and what he said that he was called to do, this, that, and the other, and they wouldn't miss a beat. Here we are now. See how life changes? Here we are now. Those people who we had up on that pedestal, they're not there anymore. The world they're not holding on to those beliefs anymore because they don't see the manifestations of what these people have been saying and speaking from the books that they've been speaking from, and those books being the Bible, the Torah, or the Quran. So now you have those in our community. I'm not speaking of the black community that were chosen. When we say chosen, we don't mean, oh, we're special, we're above everyone, we're this, we're that. No. See, you got it backwards. You got it backwards. 9 times out of 10, chosen ones have been through freaking hell. Pure, unadulterated hell. When you hear their stories, you will be there standing with your mouth open, wondering how on earth are they still walking and talking. And don't let them still look preserved or look well kept or whatever. You're standing there in shock. So now, be careful what you wish for, because if you wish to be a chosen one, most of us have gone through pure, unadulterated hell. Always have, and still some of us are. So, and the reason we're seeing now why we've had to go on these paths is for many different reasons. Many different reasons. So the ancestors picked us because of what we've gone through to be the mouthpiece, to try to help, to clean up the mess. See, if you ain't been through nothing, how in the hell are you going to come and tell anybody what, make suggestions or anything? So that's what some of them might feel like, well, chosen means I'm the end all be all. Yes, you do have some of them out here. I'm going to tell you that. It's true. And, I hear them talking. And this grandiose stuff they be saying, I'm the most conscious of all consciousness in the planet Earth. I am the alpha and the omega of the black race. And I'm just using those terminologies, but you get it. You do have some who boast as though they are the end all be all. And maybe that's their strategy to get subscribers, to get people to listen to them, to get likes, whatever floats your boat. The reality is that there have been many of us who were handpicked because of what we went through in our life. And we're able to be used to render messages and assistance. Do we have it all figured out? No one does. Okay, even the ones that screaming about they're the best of bestest, they're the one and only, the most powerful, the most well-known black conscious. You can believe the hype, but back in the day, the songwriter said, "Don't believe the hype." I tend to follow that theory or that mindset. I tend to follow that mindset. Don't believe the hype. Okay, all of us, we're here for different purposes, and we still have our own personal problems and challenges, and we have to work together as a team. One hand wash the other. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. Okay, so I wanted to bring that up because I notice how our people, for whatever reason, we lack the respect that we once had. It's just not there. And for those of you who are volatile and you're precious and sensitive, you've been damaged, you've been hurt, you've been abused from childhood on into your adult life, and now you are on a different journey. You've done work on yourself. You've been putting in the work, trying to fix yourself, trying to heal yourself, trying to rebuild yourself. And now here you are, you've done the work, and you're running into these people who haven't started the work. The only thing that I can say, which is what the ancestors have me to say to you all, is to separate yourself from them, beloveds. just cut them off. You don't have to be mean about it, or wish them any ill will. Just let them know that you need your space, and it's best that you put distance between you and them. And if they want to call or send an email or a text saying hello, here and there or whatever, that's fine. And if you choose to, maybe meet up with this individual or these individuals or these family members for something, a dinner, or y'all are going bowling or whatever, you can let them know you're open for that, maybe if you're feeling up to it or you're available. But other than that, you let them know you need your space. Because until Black people, I'm speaking of us, I don't care about no other race, because too many problems in ours for me to be concerned about what all this other stuff that the other races need to do. For us, until Black people do the work on themselves, those of you and us who have done the work and we're still a work in progress, you may have to cut them off or put distance between them until they can start working on themselves. This is about personal growth. You cannot fix somebody's life. They have to fix their own life. You can give them suggestions. You can give them, ideas, or even share what you did to try to make things a little better and fix some areas that failed in your life or whatever. And they'll sit there and listen. And if they don't receive it and use it to help them start the work on themselves, there's nothing you can do, because it's an individual journey. Everybody is moving at different paces. The only thing you can do is say, you know what? I don't think this relationship serves me anymore. And I think we need to put some distance between ourselves, because I'm on a different path than you right now. And you leave it there. Okay? Don't allow anybody to stop you from doing your YouTube, doing your Twitter, doing your Instagram, doing your Facebook, whatever it is you're online doing, your TikTok, trying to assist and be obedient to what it is you were chose and called to do. Don't allow that, because I heard your cries. You broke down. I'm sorry for your pain. I'm sorry that you had to go through an abusive, toxic family relationship. I know how painful that is, and I feel bad that your children had to experience that. I know about that as well. But as far as now where you are in your life, and your channel that you're building, and you're having these demons leave these terrible comments and whatnot, just separate yourselves from them. Cut them off. Or like I said, leave their comments up there for other people to see, so that, because people are watching, and you got some geeks out here. They will literally go behind their name or their account and find out who they are, what state or country they're from. You have people like that. They're smart like that. They know exactly how to find out who these people are. So you could choose to leave the stuff up there or choose to take it down. But they will be some mean, hateful comments left, because they don't want to see nothing change. They want Black people to remain on the bottom until we all, I guess, die off the earth. And you have a lot of Blacks who are also assisting with this type of behavior inside of our race. So if you are different from them, there's no way you need to continue to try to, have break bread with them, okay? Because they're not on the same path as you. Oil and water don't mix. So that's it. That's all I got this morning. I meditate that you all have a great day. I meditate that you all are exercising, trying to eat right, drinking enough water, good water, invest in good water for yourselves, and that you find things to make you happy. Okay? And don't be afraid to get toxic people, toxic situations out of your life, situations that are not helping you, situations that are keeping you down and keeping you depressed, keeping you poor and in poverty. You're not elevating. You're just being drugged down like you have some damn, gym weights around your ankles or your neck or something. Don't be afraid to cut those relationships loose. I meditate that you all seek whatever type of guidance or spiritual, guidance that you need to help you with whatever areas in your life that are troubling you, and that you find the prosperity that you desire and need. If you have a need to have more financial, gain in your life, and that you find people of like mind, your kindred tribe, people who are on the same path as you. See, those that are not on the same path as you, that you are in conflict with them, you are like, it's a debate or a battle or whatever. They're not on the same path as you. Okay, it doesn't matter how much they try to tell you they're on the same path. Proof is in the pudding, as old folks used to say. Leave them alone peacefully, and you go on, and you will find. I meditate that you find people of like mind. So, with that being said, that's it for this one. Stay tuned for the next one, family. Have a great day.